Bonsoir. Alright, let's continue a little bit more. Compétence 3, on page 48. So, ce sont, are very useful to use with nouns, okay? Il, elle, il est, elle est, and c'est, C', est, are not interchangeable. So when you say c'est or ce sont, you can be referring to people, like I said in the other video and in some of my PowerPoints, like the book said. C'est un Français, c'est une Chinoise, ce sont des ingénieurs, engineers, ce sont des avocats, c'est un prof, c'est un professeur, c'est un étudiant, c'est une étudiante, ce sont des étudiants. We are referring to people here. And we're using a noun in all of these cases. So a noun is a good indicator grammatically that's calling for c'est or ce sont, even though you're talking about people. You'll also use c'est for a proper noun, for a name. C'est Mélanie, c'est David. You could use it for a personal pronoun. C'est moi, c'est toi, c'est lui, it's him. C'est elle, it's her. We haven't learned those yet, but bear with me. C'est nous, it's us. C'est vous, it's you. C'est eux, c'est eux. E-U-X, them, it's them. C'est elle, oh. Ce sont elles, ce sont eux. Okay, more on that later, but with a noun, or a proper name, or a personal pronoun, you'll want to be using c'est or ce sont. So in the book, the examples, c'est David, it's David. C'est un jeune homme sympathique. So we're talking about David here. We identified him, c'est David. He's a nice guy. He's a nice, sympathetic young man. C'est mon ami. He's my friend. All nouns. C'est le frère de Jean. He is Jean's brother. And you can use c'est with impersonal expressions. C'est excellent. C'est extraordinaire. It's extraordinary. C'est la vie. Okay, and so here in the book, some grammatically, if you have to figure out an exercise, a good way to know that you probably have to use il est, elle est, ils sont, elles sont, is if you see an adjective. Okay, it's not foolproof, but it's pretty good. Il est petit et sympathique. Okay, if you were describing a thing, of course, you would say c'est petit. It's do I have a thing here for my champagne? C'est tout petit. C'est petit. It's small. I'm talking about a thing, so I'm going to use c'est. If you're talking about a person, il est petit. Petit is an adjective. Il est petit. Il est sympathique. Okay, and with a prepositional phrase, il est d'ici, he is from here. Il est de Nice, he is from Nice. Il est en cours, he's in class. Il est en route, he's on his way. Okay, and then to express nationality, religion, and occupation, you use il est, elle est, ils sont, elles sont. So even, okay, il est français, in this case, français is an adjective. C'est un français, F majuscule, capital F because it's a noun, un français. But il est français, français is an adjective, no capital F there. Il est étudiant. Okay, so this is one case. Étudiant is a noun, but we're using it to describe a profession. So remember that, memorize. Professions, religions, and nationalities. You use il est, elle est, ils sont, elles sont. Il est étudiant. Il est catholique. Il est bouddhiste. Il est musulman. Il est juif. Ils sont témoins de Jéhovah. Elles sont musulmanes. Elles sont protestantes. Il est orthodoxe, etc. Okay. And just remember, to finish up, compétence 3, that you have some adjectives, like these exceptions here at the end of page 48, that have to go through a major change when they become feminine. Beau, belle, nouveau, nouvelle, vieux, vieille, and we had also the masculine exceptions. So if you want to use beau, nouveau, vieux in front of a masculine that starts with a vowel or a vowel sound, like homme, ami, étudiant, you have to use the male or the masculine exception. So belle, un bel homme, a handsome man, un nouvel ami, a new friend, un vieil homme. And now what else do we have here? Remember, and just keep in mind you have to memorize the change of forms from beau, belle, and then the plurals, and then that masculine exception. B-E-L, nouveau, nouvelle, and then that masculine exception, nouvelle, N-O-U-V-E-L, N-O-U-V-E-L, vieux, vieille, and then the masculine exception for un vieux garçon, an old man, une vieille fille, an old girl, un vieil homme, an old man, V-I-E-I-E-I-L, V-I-E-I-L, vieille. And that's it. More minutes for compétence 4.